Investigators in Indonesia say the deaths of the 162 passengers on board the Airasia flight last year was caused partly by the actions of its crew. The country's National Transport Safety Committee says the plane's flight control computer malfunctioned repeatedly, and the actions taken by the crew led to them being unable to control the aircraft. The Airbus A320 crashed into the Java Sea less than halfway through a flight from the Indonesian city of Surabaya to Singapore. Andy Supatra joins me now from Jakarta for more on this. Andy, now the Indonesian National Transportation Committee has just announced their findings on the investigation. Tell us more about the reasons behind the downing of the Airasia flight.
That's right. The mystery of the downing of QZ8501 has finally been answered today by the National Safety Transportation Board. And according to their investigation, as you mentioned there, a faulty equipment coupled with a subsequent crew action that has led to an uncontrollable plane that crashed onto a Java Sea. So what happened during that, from their investigation, they figured out that the flight control system of the Airbus A320 has been faulty, and specifically this one solder joint that controls the rudder on the plane. And this has caused the plane, the QZ8501, after its takeoff from Surabaya to Singapore, to veer off course during the autopilot. And it sent out a warning to the cockpit, and the pilot tried to rectify the problem several times with no success. In the end, he decided to restart the whole system, including turning this effectively turns off the autopilot and the safety features of the autopilot as well. This is what the investigators are saying as a fatal mistake from the reaction of the crew, because after that the plane was left in quite a prolonged stall position, and it's slowly descending onto the sea. Around 3 minutes later, from the data from the black box, the investigator figured out that it crashed onto a Java Sea, and this has also caused the plane to veer off course, and that's why the search and rescue team took around 1 month to find the fuselage and the wreckage of this Airasia flight. This has certainly raised some serious questions here about the air safety aviation record.
All right, Andy Supatra, live for us from Jakarta. We thank you for that update.